Welcome to this visualization software demonstration from Pictures, Frames, and More. When you bring your art, photos, collectibles, posters, and objects for custom framing, we can use this specialized computer program to show you how different framing and matting options will look with your piece, and choose the right options down to the finest detail. We can run a visualization with any piece up to 45 inches in length or width. We can also work from digital files. Bring in a flash drive, CD, or DVD. First, we will consider your art and personal tastes and select some finalists from the mat and frame samples. Choose from literally thousands of wood, metal, laminate, and synthetic frames with matting available in every color and shade, from basic paper mats to the most extravagant crushed chiffon and suede-style surfaces. If you like, we can even pick out some unlikely choices, as sometimes it's seemingly odd choices that end up looking great. That's what visualization is for. Once we have selected samples that we'd like to use in the visualization, we set them up with the artwork and use a dedicated copy camera to capture a digital image for the program to work from. Once we have our image, we use an adjustable bounding box to select the part of the image that is your artwork. To start, we'll work with a basic gallery style look. For the frame, we'll select this basic angular 1¼ inch wood frame with black laminate. To visualize the finished frame, we use the area selection tool to capture a section of the frame sample, and the computer generates a simulation. In keeping with our gallery style look for the first example, we'll select this basic conservation grade white to go with our black frame. The defaults of the visualization program give us a 2-inch mat. The conventions of gallery-style presentation dictate a large mat, so we'll change this to 5 inches with a slight bottom weighting. This is but one of many options for framing this fine art piece. You are only limited by your imagination. Maybe you want a more integrated look, where the mat works with your art to create a richer piece. So we will now go back to our screen of samples and art and choose the elements of a different look. The art is already selected. Here we make changes to the frame and mat. Let's go with this frame. It's a solid wood frame with a step-type detail on the inside edge. Now for a different mat choice. For this one, we'll try a double mat, which gives us a chance to highlight certain details and colors in the piece. For this example, we'll use 2 layers, but mats can be cut with as many layers as you desire. We'll start with a black top mat this time. For the bottom mat, we'll try this one called Tarnished Copper. In addition to coloration that will bring out the warm tones in the art, this mat has a mottled surface which will also bring out the textural nuances in the piece. Here we are back at the screen where we can choose the details of mat dimensions among others. It is still set up with the parameters of the last mat, which may not be the right choices for this one. This is a large area considering the dark mat. We'll change it to a 3-inch mat. One element we can change when we custom mat a piece is how much of the mat layers show. In this case, we might want to see more. We'll change that to 1/2 inch instead of 1/4. There are many embellishments we can add to a custom mat. One of these is called a V-groove. Let's see how a V-groove looks on this piece. As with all other elements of a custom mat, we can move and change measurements to suit each individual work of art. I'm not convinced it's great here. I think in this case it starts to make the piece a little busy, so we'll take it back out. The great thing about our visualization software is being able to explore these details with the click of a button. One feature of custom matting is the ability to deviate from a traditional rectangle opening for artwork and cut an art opening in any shape, or an opening with ornate corners or fancy design elements. This can either be to augment the art or as a tool when framing special objects. In addition to embellishments on the main opening, we can also cut reveals or designs chosen from thousands of available cut art selections and mat templates. If you're still not seeing what you like, you can have one of our designers create a custom piece of cut art specific to your order. For this sample, we'll stick with the rectangle. Perhaps you're still not really feeling that we've hit on a mat and frame combination that not only features your work, but suits your tastes and what you want to see in your home, office, or business. Let's try one more example to show how matting and framing choices can change the look and feel of any piece. Let's go in a different direction and choose a thin metal frame. This one is called Florentine Walnut. For this mat, we'll go with something bold. Let's keep the warm tone, but use it as a top mat instead of an accent. We'll select this mat called Garnet, with the black second mat as the accent. And the final screen, where we can tweak our details, that's a lot of red. Let's reduce the mat to 2 inches and lessen the impact of our black mat. It would take hours to demonstrate all the details and options that can be explored with custom matting and our visualization software. A final tweak for our samples is creating the effect of a reverse bevel cut on the top mat, which hides the white core revealed with a traditional 45-degree bevel mat cut. Thanks for viewing this demo. Come see us at either Pictures, Frames, and More location and get one of our custom framers to use the visualization software to help you explore the potential of your images or objects as custom frame pieces.